Bencb doesn't care about ICM on final tables. I just YOLO it, send it all in. ICM, no idea about pay jumps. Well, let me elaborate. Let's crush. Hey guys, we're currently running our famous WCOOP sale. You get the chance to save up to $1,000 if you get the Turn Masterclass and paired in a bundle. You get access to the ICM tier that we just recently launched, as well as the Turn Masterclass expert version with all the features, all future updates included, as well as a refund period. So if you're not really sure, you can sign up, check it out, and then at least 7 days, if not even longer, I'm not 100% sure. No questions asked. If you don't like it, we give your money back. If you don't have the money, don't forget, we still have the 5-day course that is for free, where I put a lot of knowledge into that course, and you already learn a lot about pre-flop, post-flop. Also, of course, for beginners, but it already goes quite deep. I put way more effort and work in it than I initially intended. So if you don't have the money yet, at least we can get you started. Also, if we have free quizzes and paired. But again, if you want to take it to the next level, now it's your chance. You can save a massive amount of money right now. This is the best opportunity right now to get so much content, so much value for so little. So check it out. Don't miss out on that opportunity. Don't know how long we're going to be running it yet, but not so long usually during WCOOP. So yeah, check it out and now enjoy the content. Just recently released a reel on Instagram where I was sharing a mindset tip on how to stay calm in later stage of the tournament, make better decisions, and detach yourself from the money that is at stake. So often I see poker players visualizing and identifying themselves too much with the money that they could potentially win, like those 20K, 50K, 5K, whatever stakes you're playing, right? And already, yeah, thinking they're gonna win the tournament. And then once they start losing chips, not being one of the bigger stacks, and ultimately not even making the final table or finishing 5th place, being so disappointed, and that they carry it on in the next couple of days, and it drags them down and even jeopardizes their next sessions, and they play so much worse, or care too much about the money, make bad decisions, not pulling off the bluff that is required, not reshoving Jack 10 suited 25 big blinds when it's actually a very good play, or making a smart bluff catcher, and they're just too scared about the money, or they push it too far, too aggressive, too loose. All right, so this video where I essentially said I don't look at the fucking payout structures on the final table. Now, of course, you have a lot of people jumping in, oh, you don't care about ICM, you just released an ICM tier, and now you're saying don't care ICM. Well, how about you start using those two things on your left and right side and listen to what I was saying, all right? I'm not saying don't care about ICM, I just don't look at the money that is at stake. Now, this kind of means that you're not caring about ICM, right? But it actually does not. Because if you are trying to become a winning player, it means you're supposed to study ICM. And the usual tournaments you play, they have the same fucking payout structure over and over again, just with different numbers. But you're supposed to know which tournaments have a flat and which tournaments have a deeper tournament structure. Meaning there's more money at first, or there's more money distributed amongst the other places, and there's not so much money at first compared to other tournaments. Whether it's 5 bananas for first, or 17 tomatoes for first, or 124 carrots for first, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It matters the relation between every single pay jump. This is what matters. Ultimately, the percentage, the equity, that share that is being paid out for every single position on the final table, right? So this is where I ultimately, if I reach final 3, final 2 tables, I don't know whether there's 7 apples or $1 million for first, right? Of course, I know when I play a 10K, there's more money to win than in a $1 tournament or on the Sunday Storm that I'm desperately trying to win for the last fucking 10 years, and I can't even reach the money in this tournament. I don't know why, but this is a different story. Of course, if you don't study ICM and you still want to make money, I don't even know what the fuck you're doing in tournaments, but I know that there are a lot of players complaining about, well, then you don't care about ICM, but this is exactly the people that are not putting in the work, and for them, this advice is bullshit, all right? Don't listen to me. I'm trying to give tips to people who want to take poker more serious, and you don't have a problem with that. You can look at the money, and you can still make good decisions, and that's totally fine. But if you're someone, you really feel like that the money distracts you and it impacts you too much in your decision-making system, then maybe this advice might be something for you. And you also study ICM. You know that maybe in tournament A, it's a deeper tournament structure. In tournament B, it's a more flat tournament structure. But ultimately, you know, there's going to be pay jump from 9 to 8s to 7s to 6 to 5, place 5, and so on and so forth, right? Final 2, final 3 tables, of course, I know that I need to have a look, because sometimes it differs, right? Sometimes there's a pay jump at 22 players left or from 18 or 15, and then you see the numbers, but usually it's not that much money, right? I think at the final table, it sometimes reaches regions that can really fuck with our minds, and even for me. So in order to squeeze out every little bit of edge, I just don't look at it. And at the end, I have a nice surprise if I bust out, okay, let's have a look. So whenever I run deep, I literally have no idea unless, of course, sometimes I read it in the title, but I can actually cut it out. I just play on my game and I really have no clue what is being paid out for the top 4, 5, 6 positions. I know sometimes in the software it says next placement, you get 12K or whatever, but I don't know what is at first, second, or third. And sometimes I reach the second place and then I know it says what is left in the prize pool, right? But then you see it. But then you made it this far with good decisions making system and you haven't been distracted by all these numbers, right? Money can screw with us, right? And I don't know. So I try, I don't try to be overconfident, say, it's not going to distract me. I think money can potentially distract all of us. I've been doing this very early on. To be honest, I've seen how much the money can affect you in a good and in a bad way, whether you lose or you win a lot of money. So I was like, hey, I think my main priority is to cut out the money as much as possible. Still, of course, tracking it in order to follow good bankroll management. But I think there's still room to really cut out the money. And too many players, they literally, it's like 400 left and they just doubled up from 12 big blinds to 25 big blinds with all the antes and blinds, whatever, 26 big blinds. And they already start thinking, well, oh my God, I'm going to win this tournament, right? So you set your expectations so high and then it's of course so frustrating when you lose an all in, you're down to 5 big blinds. And I think this applies very often when you have a big stack. This is where we attach ourselves with already a top finish and we think we're going to make top 3 or win this tournament with like 30 left or whatever, when you have 60 big blinds in your top 5 stack, where no, actually you're not going to reach the final table as often as you think, not even speaking about the top 3 placement. And I think it's also an easy excuse to say, well, I need to look at the pay jumps in order to make good decisions, and then they actually have never really studied ICM, so that's complete bullshit. But if you studied ICM, you don't really need to look at it. So I hope this advice will help you to stay much more calmer and deeper stage of the tournament, being less attached to the money, making better decisions, and ultimately make more money. But you need to put in the work in advance, study some final tables so you really understand how the ranges changes, depending on different stacks, depending whether it's 9 left, 6 left, or 3 left. It also has a massive impact on that. So let me know, and don't forget we're currently running also a massive promotion, massive sale with WCOOP, with our tournament masterclass, as well as pair. Check out the description, and then I see you guys on the table or I see you on stream. Good luck.